What is up, friends? Happy days. Welcome. It is time for some FACEIT League. We are almost through week 3 here in season 7. Season 7 kind of being our off-season season, bridging the gap between 2025 and 2026. All culminating into the Overwatch OWCS qualifiers taking place after this season. Who we're sitting directly in a day 2 of those quals. Who's going to have to fight their way from the ground up. It's already been a wacky, wild season. The fun continues here today. We're going to be looking at EMEA Master Division with Frosttails taking on French Revival. Both of these teams have had a little bit of a struggle bus start. Both are coming in 1-4. We'll see. I mean, somebody's changing their fates today. We'll see if it's the start of a true bounce back, a true revival, if you would. Let's take a look. I'm sorry, I had to do here. I had to. Let's take a look. Speaking of taking a look, where's my match page? This'll do. We'll take a look at some standings here to kick off. As I mentioned, both teams are 1-4. Excuse me, 1-3. Have 4 games played. Or 1-3. Forgive me. I will say Frosttails just struggled to kind of get everybody here. I don't know if they had somebody that was out of town, or I haven't been able to figure out exactly what happened. But their first couple of matches, they just weren't able to get everybody in. As a matter of fact, they have forfeited out their first 2 matches. So yeah, just not able to get everybody here, or not able to get the full roster signed up, or whatever the case may be. If Frosttails forfeit out another match, they're disqualified for the rest of the season. And which I assume they're just not, they just don't have a roster. They weren't able to fill everybody, or they got poached, or whatever happened. It happens. Rosters fall apart. But then they turn it up against Dreamlight. One of our highest rated teams in the division, and actually show up and play. And not only do they show up and play, they show up and play. They put up a 2-3 banger, taking Dreamlight to the brink, seemingly out of nowhere. So, I mean, could this truly be the start of a bounce back of the slingshot for either one of these teams? But Frosttails just suddenly look very promising when they were quite literally on the verge of complete disqualification. When I determined this match at the beginning of the week, they were 0-3, and I thought they were just forfeited out. And I was like, hey, they played. And not only did they played well, right? Turns out, since we had made that match, they've actually put their first dub on the board. So this Super Shy Harmony matchup also went to 5, and Frosttails is able to find a victory. Flip through here. Looks like we did have a variety of combos between their 3 DPS there, and Zekin, Fairy Tail, and Flash Attack. 6-player roster here. I mean, that is utilizing the entirety of what they've got, and seeing the struggles they had of getting a full roster in the first 2 matches, you kind of feel proud. You feel proud a little bit. All right, let's take a look at their opponents. Let's zoom in on French Revival for a bit. How did you get to 1-3? How did you get to where you are? Everybody loves a good comeback story, right? I mean, everybody loves a good comeback story. You have faced Arius, Gas T3, and Starbits are the 3 losses. You're looking at Arius at number 1, you're looking at Starbits at number 4, and Gas T3 at number 7. And this was, again, preseason. These are preseason expectations. These are just kind of general expectations based on what we know about their team's past performances and the strengths of these players and stuff. All 3 of the teams that French Revival have taken L's to are all pretty highly rated. Now, French Revival themselves we had in top 8. They are able to take a map off of Gas T3. How do we do against Arius and Starbit? Neither are they able to take maps. They do take the clean 3-0 over Empire, which we had Kappa and company on yesterday. Empire's definitely got some chops on them. They pulled the reverse sweep against Pytel yesterday to find their first win, but not the strongest showing. They are towards the bottom of the power rankings. We are at top of the hour here. Oh, shoot. And I missed the first ban. I'm so sorry. Man, that was fast. We're 1 minute past top of the hour, and they've already chosen map. Both teams have chosen bans. They went fast. My goodness, they don't usually go that fast. Looks like we are getting Fairy Tail and Zekin. I was just double checking our Zekin status here. Although I say that, they are still finalizing lineups, so that could change. But they're showing Fairy Tail and Zekin are in here to start. But those would be the only 3 we swap. Those are your 3 DPS here. Let's see. I owe you a band. We have a Matra and Echo band out. Let's see if I can figure out who banned what. Frosttails taking on French Revival. Both teams 1 and 3 coming in. Both teams with the potential to start the bounce back today. Philly Fusion Original, exactly, Brazy, exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I know, it's like it's an honor to get to cast Poco, I'm telling you. I'm in the same lobby with Poco. Like, it's wild. That's wild to me. All right, let's go. Speaking of, let's get into it. We do actually get, we do get Fairy Tail in, but it's gonna be Fairy Tail and Flash Attack here to start in that DPS role for Frosttails. All right, it's time for map 1.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
We're looking at Frosttails with the hazard. Oh, we're going in just deep already. Woo! Dimit just went in. I mean, that was fearless. Quick rotation here on a Fringe. Good wall though, catches Poco at 1 health. 8 health. They're able to drop to the low ground and sneak away. What an explosive opening here between these two squads. Another very quick rotation. Where'd you go this time? Okay. We're a little do-si-do. Counterclockwise around the objective with these teleporters. 630 has a back and forth here in the back line for Frosttails. This might call for a lot of free cam third person just to see these big rotations. All right, French Revival almost got the cap. Demi has to go in and challenge and just gets destroyed. Mitzi's able to find that kill. We escort Poco around the corner. You're gonna try to chase out some more. There's just teleporters on top of each other. Blue and red teleporters layered on top. What game are we playing here? Are we sure this isn't Portal? Are we thinking with portals? Mitzi with a Kitsu online and ready to go. Well, thank you. There it is. For all intents and purposes, it was online and ready to go. Mitzi just a slightly slow approach to get Heartland back up in the upper 90s, see if they can match. We're going up to the high ground. Waiting for the retake. 40% on board here for French. For FR. Huge cut into the backline. Gets the Suzu out early in this fight. Demi goes down. Not able to get out after that incursion. Oh my goodness. And the teleport to the high ground. Stelios is able to out-portal the Frosttails. And Poco picks up 3. Oak still got it, y'all. Little jump ups. I'm a fan of some jump ups. Although you are missing out on some of the energy built off these right clicks. You can see the rotation. This one clockwise. You may battle for a high ground here. OC in this small area out of flash attack. Back on the point. Fairy Tail throws in a photon barrier. You're going to try to just make it tough. We're actually going to get... Oh, you almost got control. Poco returns. Kill him with an OC and try to steal it away. Poco is down. The OC was... Oh, that was a nasty, chonky shot. But the heals are good out of Frosttails. Now it looks like Stella is just trying to get out. Dimit with a beautiful wall. Prevent the escape. Nice shot onto Azu to confirm a kill. French Revival are fell bested for the first time here in the series. Frosttails take control, but not until they give up 97%. Poco looking for a quick re-engage already. Let's watch for this rotation. We've seen them do this. So they poke from the high ground. Yeah, they're already poised. It looks like we're going kitchen. 2-3 split. No ultimates at the ready from either team, really. Flash Attack has moved into a Hanzo, which I love just kind of scout these rotations. Been so big swinging movements. Kill all picks up a kill. Catches Fairy Tail flat-footed. Flash attack, able to answer with the Hanzo swap, though. Pops the head of Stelios. Takes the teleports out of this for both sides. Nobody's got a teleporter right now. French Revival able to get the point basically for free. The Symmetras have returned. Poco staying alive for a long time. The moment they're under any pressure, there's the bubble. Now with the Kitsu on top of them, though, this is going to be exceedingly dangerous. Fairytale's able to melt through, too, here on the point. And you get some of that Cardiff-Fan aura up in the kill feed. A little bit of old Charlie Niner there. A little bit of Charlie Niner. Yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. You heard the downpour coming in. Demi was off, trying to chase a kill off point while we were looking at Fairy Tale's POV. Fairy Tale was under some pressure there. I believe Poco was down, right? They had gotten Poco. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But Poco did stay alive forever. It took the Kitsu coming out and just throw it right on top of him, but yeah, that one hurts. That one hurts. I was just a touch too late, Flash Attack. I was feeling it too. I thought you had. I don't know why. I was just like, oh, Flash Attack's about to hit this. Boom. That beautiful opener will just give you first cap here. A little bit extra to try to extend that initial percentage. Waiting for those respawns. But French Revival doesn't wait around long, do they? Battle on the high ground. There's something, you know, I never thought you'd see. There's the Zarya battling over this little piece of high ground. Come back up a little bit. I know we got dragons here available. As I say, if we get a rotation, dragons might be able to catch it. It's exactly what we're going to try to do. Oh, the wall from Stelios. On a May swap, by the way, heading into Sanctum. And Poco is able to mow down Fairy Tale, a.k.a. 630. Poco trying to chase out Flash Attack, but they're going to pick one up on the exit. Poco eventually lands the right click. The fadeaway no look, by the way. Kitsu from Frost Tales. Yeah, they just gave up control. Demi can't quite cycle on enough, but they're going to rotate into the back line. Good wall. Able to isolate too, but Poco's got to grab and play. And the swift step in, oh man, even with the sound barrier, it's just not enough to keep Demi alive. Mellum sacrifices themselves. Try to get in there, try to keep the hazard in play. Hey, I love it. You know what? Trust in your team. You force Poco to use the ult, but it is a good ult. Keep an eye on this Blizzard. Now, as Frosttails are looking to come back in. Melmore does get the boop! Oh, Mellum gets the boop! Never mind. No Blizzard to be concerned with. No shot. Wow. Well, good follow-up from Flash Attack just to exacerbate the problem. Good fight here from Frosttails. Just... So we still have those 4 ultimates all online. Beavis, thank you for the follow. An aggressive push from the left-hand side, coupled with a Kitsune rush up front. Makilla just muscles right through with an OC all the way to the point, by the way. Fairy Tale's going to try to lock it down with his Photon, and the Dragons from the other side actually catch Poco off guard. So I respect the move out of Killa just to try to punch right up the middle, but a wonderful response out of Fairy Tail and Frosttails. They take us up to 98%. We do have a touch as Stelios goes over to the Tracer. There's gonna be a Kitsu out of the backline for Mitzi. Oh, it doesn't make it onto the point. Oh no, that was supposed to be on top of Poco right now. So Demi's able to just kind of walk out and take this duel. No, all right, maybe not. Maybe not. They picked up enough. I clearly missed something. Somebody went down. Either that or Frosttails just they used everything and didn't have cooldowns. Grab it. What a teleporter! Actually gets everybody out of the grab, but the follow-up is still good. The teleporter doesn't go far enough. Yep, teleport around to the flank side. Oh, good headshot! Caught, Killa! They saw it coming, but it was too little too late. Melon does drop the sound barrier in this effort as well. Ozzy's still a little bit away. Poco goes down as Melon's gonna get the boop. Back on point, your 2 DPS are holding it down. Off point, we're keeping it clean. Frosttails force around 3. That was an awesome ambush. You gotta love that. That was fun. The beat storm arrow ambush through the teleporter all the way across. Hanzo's secret pick, says Mitzi. Shh. Don't tell nobody. Y'all didn't see nothing, all right, friends? All right, well, we all agree. Strat agrees. We won't tell.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
We are returning. The Defiant look. Oh, Killa gets the opening pick here, so we're gonna get a disengage. I was sitting there just admiring flash attacks aesthetic. He's got a good fit going. All right, and it was a good fit check there on the flash attack. Unfortunately, it's the skill check from Killa. Ends up with 2 important picks here in this opening fight. French Revival already have 13% on the board and counting. Well, keep it out. Poco looks to be in a bad spot. Ooh. It's honestly not a well-timed ad break. I'm so sorry. I wish I had delayed that. I didn't see that. My bad. But hey, we are in round 3. For those just coming back from ads. Frosttails do hold on. I hope you don't get an ad over that badass ambush. That ambush was so good. Oh my goodness. And then say, you know what? Prime subs. Let's make an ambush. We're gonna get a read here at the top side. The teleport up there. Poco and company are able to survive the initial attack, rotate around. Demi jumps to greet them on the statue elephant side. Mitzi has the Kitsu to throw in. Heartland has the answer, and Flash Attack has the opening pick. Demi goes leap it in. Flash Attack's gonna fly more. No beat necessary. Demi and Flash Attack combine for 4. Melon will get the 5th. Frosttails win the fight, maintain control. It's a cool angle. The teleporter directly on top of Flash to get them back into this. Grab in from Poco. Immediately take it down. Killa does have an OC in play as well. Both beats were invested. And this is a 1-for-1 trade. Melton's gonna get run over outside, but Demi comes in to back him up. At least finds revenge. And here comes Frosttail storming to win the 3v3. The early trade on a Poco. Poco gets the grab in, but goes down before they can really get the value off of it. So you don't have the Zarya in there to help clean up in the late fight. Great kill to start. Fairy Tail with a photon to greet the team as they come in. You say Poco's already in. There's a teleporter on the front door. Celios has invested the photon barrier. Oh, we get another C9. One good letter number deserves another. I don't know if that was a melon boop onto the Zarya. Not exactly sure what caused it. But well, 2 of our 3 rounds end in Charlie Niners. And Frosttails come away with a map. You can choose between Escort, Hybrid, Flashpoint, which are combined. And we're going to go to Kings, or Push. So this takes Flashpoint out of the hero pool, or out of the map pool, rather, for the rest of the series, or until we hit map 5. Once you hit map 5, you can play any game type you want. You just can't repeat maps. Do you try to pan out the Has early? Did it feel like Demi was causing a lot of problems? I think both teams are going to play the Sim, so I'm not expecting to see French Revival attack the Symmetra. They're going to ban a Freya. Okay. Maybe a DPS protect as much as anything. Go look at some stats there from map 1. Which it was a Ramatra ban from French Revival there on Nepal. As a reminder, it was an Echo ban from Frosttails in map 1. Did they turn around and target a tank in map 2? What stands out in our stats? Yeah, the kill feed bug is definitely messing with my brain too. Demi was 22-3. They're in that map for Frosttails, 13.9k, barely beating out Poco for gold damage in the lobby. Had fewest deaths by a significant margin. It was Killa who took top elims, though. Also led your DPS in damage at 12.7k out of the Soj. Killa definitely had some notable team fights, some big picks. And, I mean, honestly, that last fight felt like it could have gone either way. We just had, a little bit of a potentially forced error. It was actually unclear whether it was a forced or unforced error, meaning whether the C9 was forced by Frosttails, with a boop or something, or a wall, or whether it was just a mistimed play out of French Revival. And from the view I had, it was hard to tell. Maybe go back, slow it down. Y'all let me know. But it felt like that last fight could have gone either way.
Now entering King's Row.
We did get a support ban. It was an Ana ban coming in from Frosttails. Where you're staying with Fairy Tail and Flash Attack in on your DPS line here for them as well. Let's get into Kings. So with the Ramatra band out in map 1.
It's been harder to contact him since he was...
We didn't get to see this badass Team Liquid skin that Demi is rocking. Looks good. It looks good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo! Got the body shot. Not quite. It was more like a neck shot. Almost got it. Knew where to look. Knew where to look. We'll swap to the far after that initial hit. You see the Suzu has to come in to save Flash Tech as they realize the Far was coming in over the top. This has left Demi out early and forced to use a Nemesis at the very beginning of the fight. This is not ideal. Early cooldown trades favoring French Revival right out of the gate. And once again, a very explosive start to the map. But Fairy Tail is able to find a pick on Tequila and slow French Revival's attack here. You can see 630. It was a beautiful teleport, it looks like, here from Hotel to this far side. And then Flash Attack with the signature Hanzo piles on another one. As we do actually have an unironic Mercy in the lobby. Go. There you go. Mercy can just negate that kill real quick. Rotation onto the point, able to get Killa onto some high ground. If Killa can get topped up and survive up here, that can be a great spot. Oh, Dragon's right in the corner. Killa's able to get into the air, almost survive. Flash attack hits with the storm arrows, eventually confirming that kill. It costs a lot, but I mean, that was an important one. Had to be done. Melon's gonna find Mercy, cut off the tether. The barrage is available. This would have to be one miraculous barrage. Honestly, if Stelios can stay entrenched long enough for reinforcements to show up, this might be winnable, and Poco is here. Inside the house, Poco's already claimed one, now has drawn the ire of Demi, and oh, what a move! Jumps up to the high ground. Mitzi, the one who can actually wall climb, is not able to escape. Teleporter will eventually mean that the Frosttail's defense was just bouncing up and down from this high ground. Stelios has still been able to hold in deep. Here comes the Mirage combo with the grab that will plow right through those shields. The sound barrier did nada, nothing. Jack squat to fend that off. A Valking Mercy. Now I was gonna say, oh come on, give me a Glock kill. oh, flash attack.
Let's keep it moving.
Fun pair of teams to watch, aren't they? My goodness. Killa baits him in. As soon as Demi lands, Killa's out and Poco is there. They do the old swapperoo there at the last second. That was well timed. That was fun. That felt calculated, right? You send the Soj up top, draw some aggro, and then immediately swap with Poco to see if you can find the kill. It just so happened to be Demi who jumped up there, not flash attack. Nice move, and Killa gets sandwiched that time. No bait there. Just a tasty morsel here for the Demi Winton. Now into the back line, you're going to pursue. Find Azu. Kitsu thrown on the point here from the defense. Flash attack will take advantage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 630. Just bailing flash attack out of that one. Oh, and flash attack's able to get out and find Kill with some storm arrows. Oh, wow. Great teamwork out of Frosttails. Killa's returning with an overclock, though. Poco drops into the opposite side. Flash attack is still playing with fire back here. Or should I say photon cannons. The May wall means no teleport shenanigans this time. Listen, Poco's hanging in back. Could jump up if they wanted. Opts to just stay out of that fight. Grabs onto the point. There's going to be a tidal blast onto it. Primaling Winston goes leaping into the backline. Keeps him alive through the grab alongside 630's photon barrier. A heavy ult investment. It costs 3 ultimates for Frosttails to survive the grab. But survive they do. Flash picks up Prepare here at the end of the fight. But Poco and Stelios are still alive and killing. Oh, Demi with the save. Demi with the save. Talk about teamwork. Let's go, Frosttails. I see you. I see you. Now Kitsu and Dragons available to hold. You got Blizzard and OC for the French Revival as they turn the corner. Coming up on a Kitsune rushes of their own, as a matter of fact. Two ults invested and just a quick disengage. They're on a French Revival. Demi jumping in, Kitsu thrown right down the road to chase Demi out. Where did the teleport go? Okay, y'all went all the way back into spawn. But Killer catches flash attack on the disengage. So 2 for 2 ult trade, and neither team really gets a whole lot. Killer finds one pick that could be the pivotal pick. Oh, the kill on the Poco is late. Flash attack is going to get 2 with the Widow swap. Oh, it even got the head of Azu, which Harlan will follow up on. But it's too late to prevent the cap. Got the kill on Poco just after Demi falls. If you take the Zarya down, I think a split second sooner, Demi might have had a chance to live, right? You know, just don't get melted by a high energy Zarya. Fortunately for Demi, they are down very quickly here in this next engagement. An engagement where you got Grab, Blizzard, Sound Barrier, a lot to play with. Fairy Tail Photon Barrier. Runs Poco off inside the Mega Room. Poco responds with the Graviton Surge. Good teleporter, got everybody back. Actually, Stelios goes down trying to get the Blizzard in play on top of the Grab. 630 just saves their team again. Flash attack hits headshots again. And the defense holds once again. Tidal Blast thrown onto Demi. Trying to catch 2 in the corner. The bubbles just trying to keep him alive. No shot. No way you're going to live through any of that. Also throws in a late Sound Barrier. And only is going to hit the 3. First Revival will do good to make it to the point. They will, and they will cut Demi down in the process. With Harlan's Kitsu being used off the objective. But the cleanup is solid. This defense will not let anybody pass. This post is the bane of my existence. I'm just saying. That post is the bane of my existence.
Ready for battle.
Was that a double jump? Fire 1 straight up into the air and then fire 1 at the ground simultaneously, so you get double the effect. I mean, that was a double jump out of Poco. Anyway. Showing off some old school tech. Been a while since I've seen that one. Okay, we're using the teleporter and the sim turret to lock down this top corner with Killa on the Ash, but Killa's playing low ground and flash attack just takes your head off immediately. So Stelios kind of just building a fort for themselves up here in the corner. Frosttail don't give 2 shits about your fort. they will cut down your cardboard forge. I say that as Melon just runs into the sim turrets. And Poco's still here for what it's worth. Now, 2 ticks have already been given up. I mean, you got to drop at some point. Just standing in the corner is not going to cut it. Does drop it about 80, 90%. We do have a Tracer returning, trying to hold, but Stelios is immediately cut down. But the defense just never really got a foothold there. Tried to get Kill in a position and just provide some overlook. Frosttails just ran right at you. Flash attack gets that beautiful opener, and it's pretty much all she wrote. The entire crutch of the defense falls apart. Heartland gets a late pick on the Poco, just exacerbating the defense's problems. Now we got sights up, headshot onto the archer. Oh, but Stelios takes flash attack down with their own signature hero. French Revival kind of earning back some bragging rights here on this defense. .630 Fairy Tale, lucky to be alive. Stelios fights flash attack once again, catching the head of the Widowmaker. That was a Kitsu in play from Frosttails, so they're trying to push forward. You're going to teleport up to the high ground, it looks like. And this gives you a good vantage point. There's still just so many targets to try to cut through. Killa and Stelios landing the shots. Looks like Stelios did get traded through all of that, or are you still up in? No, Stelios is still here. He's just so far forward, I didn't see him. Teleport up top. Demon shouldn't drop him behind with a Nemesis for him. Dimmy. That's a grab to the high ground. You're able to catch 2 with that. Combo some dragons in. Why the heck not? Dimmy just volunteers themselves into the fire for a quick reset. And the defense hold after a fairly prolonged fight. Felt like a 2-minute fight there. Just more like a 90-second fight. It was about 2 minutes since the cap came through, but still, it just felt like a slow, kind of drawn-out fight. It's the grab from Poco up to the high ground. Wise placement, catch 2, which not easy, you know, with all the teleport shenanigans back and forth these teams are doing. Photon barrier up close, match by the sound barrier there out of Azu. Stella's able to find an opening pick. Ant Matrix now in the back line. Here comes Mellum. Once again on an aggressive mission to devalue your Ant Matrix. Will take down your Baptiste. Frosttails march into the Foundry. Or at least toward the Foundry. It's no more Baptiste. We're into the carry. We do get the checkpoint with no fanfare. Flash attack with a little rope-a-dope. We're back up into the window. Stelios trying to find this long angle down the street. So go and hack that up. That is a Deadeye out of Kill. Kitsune Rush out of Heartland to match. Shielded the way to protect against the Deadeye. The roll back, but Kill still does not escape Dimmick. Gonna go in, try to bubble in another. The Swift Step will get you out of there, but you can't escape disaster. By disaster, I mean the Frosttails attack as they round the corner into a 2-0 lead.
Play of the game.
You don't see a Widowmaker play the game very often. Man, just goes to show you the impact Flash is having on that one. And that's one is where a Widowmaker can be way more than the sum of its parts. You have to respect the lane control that the Widowmaker provides. And we even saw Stelios doing a good job of marking and matching flash attack, but that has to be a priority. Then you're making swaps because you're forced to deal with that Widow. We did see the Hanzo come out from Stelios. We saw it find, you know, some decent success throughout that map. You were winning that duel over flash attack on more than one occasion. You're still not able to hold everything back. Ends up being a really nice moves with the teleporters out of Fairy Tale. I'm thinking particularly the teleport Demi up to the high ground where they drop it with the Nemesis form and it will just kind of paratroop themselves right into the heart of your defenses. So a Dorado pick here out of French Revival. As they get another stab at it, it's going to be a Winston ban. Let's get you some stats from map 2. Fairy Tale 27 and 2. They're in the Symmetra. Sojourn ban here out of French Revival. What's up, buddy, Odie? Let's get him out there. We're headed to Dorado. Mellum and the Wuyong. So we're looking at a Wuyong Kiri backline.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Demi playing the Ramatra. This is kind of interesting, just that you tend to see more, you know, Diva or Winton, something with a little more mobility, particularly defensively on Dorado. But Demi, I mean, you see he's sneaking here up at the corner. I'm not sure anybody really expected this until they just greet them right there with a face full of Doritos. Already a great early pick. Heartland been, I mean, just spot on accurate all day long. Finds that big opener. Does look like we've had... Okay, no substitution. Let's still kill it in Stelios. They just, I guess, turned on a streamer attack? Question mark? Oh, no, not kill. I'm sorry. Backline. Yeah, it's Chaba. It's been Chaba all day. I just Chaba using a streamer attack. Stupid streamer tags. Oh, we got a flash attack into the Ashe on this defense. We saw Ashe come out a little bit earlier. And Killa playing the Freya. Well, obviously, Freya taking significant damage nerfs in our most recent patch here at Season 20. Which I had, you know, theorized might give Ashe a lot more room to work. Kind of seeing that put to the test here. Beautiful headshot. Killa watching the timer. Meanwhile, an airborne flash attack will keep Stelios suppressed here. But there's a little bit of movement there in the back line. Yeah. Divi runs all the way down to spot. It was underneath is what I was seeing. Another big stop here for Frosttails, 2 minutes in. Just a reminder, Frosttails coming in 1-3 into this matchup, but we're forced to forfeit out the first 2 matches. We are going to get a Tidal Blast thrown on to Poco. Looks like you're able to tame a kill on to 630 with that. You're headed to the back line. That will be more than enough. We did get Mellum trying to invest their own Tidal Blast to fend off this onslaught, but Poco would not be stopped this time. French Revival will win their first team fight of the map. As I was saying. But, you know, since they're 1-3, you might look at... Until recently, we're 0-3, actually. Until yesterday, we're 0-3. You might look at Frosttails and go, hey, you know, this team's really struggling. You know, should we pay this team any mind? But that third loss, where they finally come back over the first 2 forfeits and get a full team, they take the highly, highly rated Dreamlight to 5 maps. And apparently, we heard from Coach Mannix earlier in the day. Ooh, no Suzu to cleanse that purple. That they were off rolling or they didn't have everybody there or something. So it's easy to look at this 1-3 Frosttail squad and feel like, you know, they may be a bottom of the pack kind of squad, but then you see them play like this. Oh, as I say that, they're going to give up the cap here. Oh, I will say we've had an exorbitant amount of C9s today. Although that one was, I mean, it was just Dime left. You know, we were like in a 2v1. Actually, I say that. It looked like Flash Attack was still on the scene as well. It looked like we were down to a 2v2 maybe. Oh, Killer gets cut down. Not a good start. What's the game plan? Oh, and a self-nade. Kind of back it up. So you got some tools to work with here as far as double support ults. Killa is close to that bullet shot. It builds up fast. Although it is a little bit slower building now that you're doing less damage, right? Just naturally. A nerf to damage will always be a nerf to your ult generation. Stelios is going to get the nano boost and heads up top. We try to get to the Echo. They're not quite able to get the dupe. I think the idea was to layer that into the duplicate, but Dimi tries to run forward. He gets melted by that focusing beam. So Dimi charges forward. The rest of the team teleports out. Poker trying to claim some space. Oh, Harlan got sniffed out. Harlan was successfully hiding on that corner there for a solid 3 or 4 seconds. Before Poco finally caught, like, just the pixel, I think, of the kunai was sticking out. Poco drops down to the low ground here in the house. That is going to be the bullet shot. And nice move! Fairy Tail teleports across so that the entire team isn't caught in the vacuum and slow effect of the bullet shot. You still get Chaba fighting an opening pick here, favoring French Revival. Cart has rolled its way under the bridge, approaching the final corner here. Stelios tries to move it over the top. Flash attack shuts it down. A big purple had landed there from Chaba, but it just wasn't any follow-up with the kill out of Flash attack early. He didn't have the Echo there to move in and do, you know, to swoop in and find that final blow. So Flash attacks early at pick proving highly valuable indeed after seeing that big anti-nade land from Chaba. Now you've got 10 seconds to find something. Stelios is flanking in through bank. You've got Killa on that low far side of your screen as well. Moving up to the high ground, we're going to get a duplicate into the Ramatra. You're going to force Dimic down low. Annihilation in play from the duplicate. Photon barrier from the defense. Dime has ults to layer in. Right now you've got a Kitsu, and this defense is looking pretty stable. Killa's played off with his high ground, but it's hard to find anything through the numerous amounts of heals and the shielding. Nothing there to be found. French Revival will get stopped at the back of point B.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
That's a move. Secure orange roof. You know Stelios is lurking over there. Yeah, Flash Attack still aware. Good duel! Flash Attack wins it with 13 health. That's the start Frosttails needed. Now that Slink is wide open. Flash Attack. Oh no, doing him dirty. Flash Attack's gonna go back and try to spawn camp Stelios, holding the flower for you. Tosses it out. Meanwhile, back on the front line, Poco forced off the low ground. Stelios is able to move in and out, grabs the mini, but now knows Flash Attack is hiding in that backline. All right, Flash Attack makes it out. The stealthy spawn camp will not succeed. Demi push it down low. Teleporter out of 630. Looking to pressure some supports. It's actually Flash Attack. It gets him. The jump shot fights Stelios. Beautiful shooting out of Flash to fight too. 4 getting traded. But that is an enormous advantage in the fight. And Frosttails will make good on it. The last thing you want to do is give over trades late here. So I will see Demi go ahead and invest the Nemesis form after getting hit by some stickies. We do get a touch. We get one more fight from this defense. Stelios close to a duplicate here to help hold. Don't see 9. Woo! 0.37. It's Azu who runs in and prevents yet another C9 in this matchup. Demi low does get melted, and that's the power of the focusing beam that we were talking about. Kitsu's out from the attacking Frosttails, and you got a Bob somewhere in the mix. At least you did at one point. Poco goes down. The 630 prevents the remake. Still 21 centimeters separating Frosttails from a point on the board. We're going to get the defensive title blast thrown on to Chaba. Suzu Use. They're just going to try to keep their team alive. Eventually, Demi returns. But still, we have not gotten the cap. Tanks are back from both sides. The duplicate used from Stelios now has an annihilation here on the field. Just trying to huddle up behind some cover and stay alive. Cannot. And eventually, we get the point on the board here from Frosttails. Whoops. I meant some Demi Pop. That's what I wanted, Demi Pop. Flash Attack flies to the head at Kella. Might have been keeping their own poke dial a little too long. Poco snuck in under a couple of Frosttails players, but look how deep he is as well. And both have spotted each other. Nice teleport from 630 to build their Ramatra out of that little pickle. Concerted rush available from the defense at Chaba. Heartland is close, but not quite there yet. Double ult investment. Make that triple as Demi's going to get the title blast. Frosttails want this done here and now. We're going to use the Vortex to secure kill on to Chaba. Poco will bomb. Flash Attack will deny the remake. Jump to the high ground. Consecutive shots will put the end of Killa and be the end of the series. One final red X. Take it home. And Frosttails secure the 3-0. Move up to 2-3 in the season.
Play of the game.
Yeah, I mean, even Chaba saying you're next up, bro. Flash Attack with a hell of a series. Look at that. Look at that shooting. Look at that shooting. Just controlling both DPS there. Flash Attack's got to be your player of the match. Let's go look at some stats. I will say, Fairy Tail did such a good job with the teleporters. It's with the rotations and the movement of the whole team, able to bail Flash Attack out when they go in too deep, or bail Demons out when they go in too deep. Really good communication. And I gotta say, exceptional work out of Fairy Tail in the Symmetra. I was taking notes, but it's hard to deny just the raw output from Flash Attack this series. And you know what? At the end of the day, clicking heads. Clicking heads is the name of the game. Is what gets it done. You know, may have more deaths than the rest of the team there on King's Row, but damn it, you know, had some killer headshots on the Widowmaker. Still put up 10k damage on a Widowmaker. Flash Axe to be your player of the match here in this Frost Tales 3-0. GG's.